All right, got a few examples here. First, we'll start with this, cubed root of x. Remember, instead of bottom out, it's out bottom. Outside number comes inside and goes on the bottom. Well, first let's figure out what is our exponent on the inside so we know what the two numbers are that we're using for our fraction. Well, we have the 3 on the outside, the 1 on the inside. Remember, out bottom, out goes on the bottom, and your final answer is x to the 1/3 power. Next example. Square root of y, radical y. First, got to figure out what the two numbers are that we're using. Remember, in a square root, if you don't see a number out there for the index, what is it? It's a 2. If you don't see an exponent on the inside, what is it? It's a 1. So we go ahead and put our 2 and our 1 out bottom. Outside number goes on the bottom. Y to the 1/2. Next problem. Radical 5. So again, don't see the number on the outside, don't see the number on the inside. We go ahead and insert those. It's a 2 and a 1. Going ahead and converting that. Out bottom, outside number on the bottom. 5 to the 1/2 power. Next. Well, here we've already got the two numbers. Not a whole lot for us to do other than just simply out bottom. Outside number on the bottom. G to the 2/3 power. And here, radical AB. Got two variables in there. So that means that once we insert our two numbers, the index and the exponent, what we have to realize, you are raising the entire radicand to the first power, while your index is a 2. Notice I put parentheses there to represent, yes, I want to raise the A and the B to the first power. So when I go ahead and write my final answer, I still have to use those parentheses to show that I'm raising A and B to the 1/2 power. Now, technically, there is another way to write this. If you guys remember when we covered the laws of exponents last week, we talked about taking a power to a power. Now, technically, this is an exponent of 1 for the A, and it's an exponent of 1 for the B. You go ahead and multiply for a power to a power. 1 times a half is a half, 1 times a half is a half. So there really is another way to write this, and it's A to the 1/2, B to the 1/2. But I will say that I do prefer this answer over the other. I just wanted you guys to be aware that, yes, it can be written either way. All right, let's go to the last example. Dealing with a negative this time. Negative radical 7. Again, no numbers. Go ahead and insert your index, insert your exponent. So negative square root of 7 to the first power. Again, negative stays on the outside. Remember what we used yesterday to separate the base or the number or the variable, whatever you want to call it. For separating that from the negative, you got to use that parentheses. So we use our parentheses, keep the negative out front, and then go ahead and create your fraction out bottom. Outside number goes in the bottom. Negative parentheses 7 to the 1/2 power.